Quick Crypto, bringing you quick Caspa news. $1,200, that's it. That's how much it costs right now to own just 10,000 Caspa, and that is enough for you to attain life-changing wealth. Let me explain. There are three parts to this video that you need to understand. One is institutional adoption with Bitcoin, two is stablecoins, and of course third and finally is Caspa. I'll try and keep this as short and as sweet as possible, but first things first, crypto's market cap is currently sitting at $2.4 trillion, with Bitcoin controlling just over half of that at $1.27 trillion. And thanks to institutional adoption, we are going to see more money than ever seen before in the crypto space in this bull run and in the years to follow. Industry experts like Brad Garlinghouse, for example, he believes that crypto's market cap will reach $5 trillion by the end of this year, 2024. Now keep in mind, because it's very important to note that the peak of this bull run will happen the following year, near the end of it, end of 2025. Meaning that $5 trillion is, again, barely anything compared to how high we're going to see in the peak of this bull run. And Brad Garlinghouse since has come out and stated that this is actually a very conservative prediction. Next up, Gemini COO is calling for $150,000 in Bitcoin by the end of this year. Tim Draper is calling for $250,000 in Bitcoin at its peak, at its all-time high, and so on. Point being though, is everyone has their own predictions on how high Bitcoin and crypto will go in this bull run, and everyone evidently is very bullish. Then there is stablecoins, equally very important. Uphold's Director of Research, Dr. Martin Heisberg, made an extensive post talking about what is next for crypto now the quote, post-halving nonsense is over. To paraphrase this and simplify it for you because it is quite lengthy, institutions, more importantly, governments, countries, they are now getting involved in the crypto, blockchain, digital asset space. And all of these governments, they want a piece of the pie. They want to utilize this technology, but of course, they still want control, which is what stablecoins are. They're cryptos that act like fiat currencies that give governments control. They need regulations to get this control. They need regulations to do this, and regulations are being implemented as we speak. Most happening this year, 2024. MiCA, for example, is happening in the EU in just 2 months' time. And Martin Heisberg believes that stablecoins are going to be a much bigger deal than the Bitcoin halving. So these stablecoins, as I mentioned, will run on blockchain technology. Remember that, because that is equally going to be very important, because now comes in Caspa. With Bitcoin and crypto projected to blow people's minds to unfathomable heights in the next 2 years and beyond that, crypto as a whole and of course Caspa will follow in suit, because these institutions will get a taste of Bitcoin and won't be able to help themselves from walking further into the candy store, into the altcoins, into assets like Caspa. The same way that you probably did. Everybody starts off on Bitcoin, and once they do a little bit more research, they find other very promising, amazing projects. They find projects like Caspa, which is precisely why Bitcoin money always trickles down into the altcoins and blue chips. And now with Caspa in the process of building KRC20, their own BlockDAG blockchain, with a beta coming out next month in May, which is huge news. As Caspa continues to scale, it will become more desirable, which will increase the price of Caspa. Being the fastest blockchain already in existence, with the promise to become even faster, 10 BPS, 32 BPS, even 100, thanks to development of Rust, which is migrating right now and going steadily. Furthermore, once Caspa gets smart contracts, that will allow them to compete and even surpass potentially that of Ethereum, the number 2 crypto project. Once Caspa gets DAG-Knight, because here's the thing, DAG-Knight theoretically will allow Caspa to scale infinitely. The only limitations will come from hardware. With DAG-Knight, there will be a decrease in network delays, and as hardware becomes cheaper, Caspa will become faster and will be able to support a wider block DAG on the fly without the need for a hard fork. When, not if, when this is fully developed, although, spoiler alert, it will probably take a few years, maybe not until the next bull run, so 2028 to 2029, but when these institutions will take one look at Caspa, and they'll either want to build their own version based on their technology because of how superior it is, or they'll want to jump on board because the speeds at which Caspa are going to have will save these institutions so much money. So with Bitcoins and crypto's bullish projection, governments building stablecoins to incorporate onto blockchain technology, and Kaspa's continuous developments, it's the perfect recipe for success and insane gains in the future. This of course is not financial advice, always do your own research, but with just $1,200, 1.2k, 10,000 Kaspa, right now, in my honest opinion, by the end of this year, my conservative prediction is easily $1 to $3 for Kaspa, meaning you turn 1.2k into 10 or even 30k, which in and of itself is already insane. And depending on the developments of everything I mentioned in this video, institutional adoption into Bitcoin and crypto stablecoins, Kaspa's Rust migration, smart contracts, Dagnite, the dark horse, the tier 1 exchange listings, because that could send Kaspa's price parabolic if we get Binance, Coinbase and so on. By the end of this bull run, 2025, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a $7 or even $10 Kaspa, meaning you'd be turning your 1.2k into 70, potentially even $100,000. 10,000 Kaspa won't make you a millionaire, not in this bull run, but turning 1.2k into 70 to 100k, hell, even just 50k, that is life-changing money, you cannot deny that. What I highly recommend doing is doing your own research and understand the depth in which institutional adoption is about to change this crypto space. The amount of money that's about to flood in this market is going to be unfathomable. And Kaspa is still so early on into its cycle that no one truly knows where its peak can be. It is a dark horse, a Trojan, but it's like Bitcoin. It will continue to scale and continue to grow. So just DCA, of course, do your own research and remember, don't be emotional, be logical.